Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your friend Chris Forbes. Thank you so much for taking the time to check this video out. Now, I'm going to post this pinned comment really quick before we get going here. And I want to start off by telling Cheryl and our friend Joanna, sorry, I just barely got up. Thank you so much for your support yesterday. There are millions of people I should be thanking, and I apologize if I haven't gotten to you. Please don't feel left out. I'm spending the energy, however, thanking those who have made direct contributions since the beginning of this campaign. So if you've shared, commented, liked, any of that kind of stuff, it seriously is appreciated. Every one of you needs to know how much we appreciate that, because without you doing so, our family would not have a chance here. So, my name is Chris Forbush. I am the co-owner of Rune Oil Beard Company and a marketing agent for Lilacs and Lilies Body Loving Soaps. And the reason I'm doing this video is because we have 23 days left to make the $2,500 we need to move our family out of this place into somewhere better for our family to live and for us to run our business from. Now, normally, I've seen people put together GoFundMe accounts and all kinds of other charitable contribution websites and asking for donations when they have an emergency or a time of need, and that's perfectly understandable. But my family, we're programmed differently. We're heathen, and that is something that requires us to actually get up and work. I'm not saying that others who do it different ways are lazy or anything, but I refuse to beg. My family refuses to sit there and pull the puppy face and say, please help us, please give us money. No, we work for it, and we work very, very hard. We have put together countless products. You can actually click on that link right there, lilacsandlilies.com, and check out all the awesome stuff we have. We do beard oils, beard balms, mustache wax, beard wash and body wash, shaving cream, there's some drinking horns, shaving supplies, and countless other really, really great products. The reason we need this money is we need the money for a down payment, which would be like first and last month's rent, obviously, security deposit, and all the application fees and all that stuff. And it actually totals out to be a little bit more than $2,500 to get out of this lease and get into something different, but we're working hard to get that much to get ourselves started. And for those of you who support us, we have some really, really great things to offer in exchange for your support. And I want to tell you thank you. A lot of people yesterday, I think we had 56 shares on that post yesterday, and it was just absolutely incredible. And that really means a lot. So to all of you who have, if you've shared it, if you've given it a thumbs up, I really, really appreciate that. But especially to our friend Joanna Lamb and Cheryl, who made purchases yesterday. Those are things that are really, really going to help us, because the prayers, shares, likes, and comments, they are incredibly helpful, but we can't take those to the bank, obviously. So to those of you who are supporting this, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, because that really means a lot to our family. We have a little boy with cystic fibrosis, for those of you who don't know, and we are working very hard, tirelessly, to get this happening. And I found myself last night so exhausted after the day, just grinding on it, that I fell asleep watching TV last night, and that kind of happens every now and then, but it was just pure exhaustion from work. And I want to tell you guys thank you, because there's a lot of people out there who gave us a share and some support yesterday. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who are just checking in, this campaign is geared towards moving our little boy Orion, my wife Kim, and I out of our apartment into a place that's more suitable for us to live and work from. We run a couple different companies from this apartment, and it's a lot of work. Space is limited here, and when we moved in, we never once thought that we were going to get to where we are now. We just thought that we were going to live and eventually move into a house. But what has happened is that the property management company that runs this apartment complex is absent, to say the least. And I think it's just because they just don't care. You know, it took me 3 years of phone calls and calling the Better Business Bureau and the health department and news stations to actually get their attention. So I don't want to risk what could happen next, because our little boy's health and his life is at risk if they continue to play these games the way they do. I refuse to allow our son to get worse or to have further issues just because I didn't do something. And our company, like I said, works very hard. We've produced some really, really great products. If you click on that link, the lilacsandlilies.com, there are some awesome things on there. We have bath bombs, muscle bombs, soaps, salt scrubs, bath salts, and all kinds of stuff for men, women, and children. There's even stuff for dogs. You know, we have a bar of soap called the Dirty Dog Soap, and you know, we're working on getting into retail accounts, obviously, where that would be much more helpful to us. But we do seriously appreciate the smaller purchases from individuals and families and such. It's an amazing thing to support. When you support this company, you're not only buying from a small company that's literally run by 3 people. That's my wife, her mother, and I. They do these 2 companies. But you're supporting the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation as well. Through all of this, you know, no matter how much we need to get out of here, we're still donating our 10% to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation for our monthly sales. And the reason we do that is because our little boy has cystic fibrosis, and we're very seriously committed to helping them find a cure. The reason that's so important to him is because cystic fibrosis is a rare genetic condition that literally destroys the lungs, and it's very, very challenging. It affects the respiratory and digestive systems primarily, but it also makes it very hard to gain the weight that you need to be healthy, and very easy to get sick if there's smoke, bacteria, any kind of germs or anything in the air. And if someone with cystic fibrosis gets sick, it has a greater impact on them, as you can assume, than it would if I got sick, you know. So I'm asking you all to please just give this video a share. I did this yesterday, and I'm going to continue doing this every day because my family means the world to me. I would literally take an axe between the eyes before I give up, and I am committed to helping this company succeed so I can leave something behind for my children. And I'm also very committed to providing the very best for my family. Thank you so much for all of you who are joining here. I do apologize. I've got a feed where the names are just rolling through, and I can see that people are popping in. I want to tell you thank you. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and please share this in your newsfeed and invite others to watch this, because what we're doing here is working towards moving our family into a place with a little more space, that's a little more clean and better maintained, so we can actually take better care of our boy and we can actually run our business better. And this is a very serious thing to me. The $2,500 that we need is really only going to scratch the surface of where we're going to go from here, but it's to help us get that first step made so we can actually move forward from here. And it's very important because we need the production space, you know, we need the storage space, and where we're at right now, it's really cramped, to say the least. You know, we're working very hard to move forward, and rather than standing on a corner begging with, you know, one of those cardboard signs, you know, God bless, anything helps, you know, homeless and hungry, I refuse to do that. I actually would rather produce products and create a service, or provide a service and some products for people to get something in exchange for their money. And that's pretty much the same reason we started Rune Oil Beard Company, because you know, we were previously asking people, hey, please donate money, please donate money. And to me, that's understandable. You know, there are countless worthy causes out there. But my family and I, we decided to stop begging and start offering something in exchange, because you know, I don't know about you, but I work very hard for the money that I have, and I like getting something in exchange for it. And so we came up with a solution that if we can offer somebody something, a great product, in exchange for their charitable contributions, it's win-win. Because you know, supporting the cause alone, you know, to be able to contribute to something that's going to save somebody's life, is mesmerizing. Really, it's very empowering. But to also do that and receive a great handmade product in exchange, it's pretty cool, because then you can sit back in your tub, you know, with your bath bomb and your muscle bombs and enjoy it, knowing that you helped something, that you did something for somebody else, as well as enjoying the product. So that's really what we're geared towards doing here. We're not, I'm not asking you to donate money and get nothing in exchange. Very committed to this because we don't really know what is to come in the future. Where we're living right now, it's sanitary to live in, but the maintenance and the upkeep is really slow. I actually was able to get on the phone to the health department and the news stations and stuff. I even filed a notice of deficient conditions, and after all that effort, I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours on the phone and the computer. It was just a headache. I've got arthritis, so at the end of the day, my hands are like just cramped, and it hurts so bad. But we made some waves, and they put a notice on the downstairs neighbor's door that they're no longer allowed to smoke. And I don't want to take anybody's good times away, but my little boy is more important to me than someone's good times. And so they were actually told they're not allowed to smoke down there. And thank you, Sky. I really appreciate that. It says I can't read your entire comment. I do apologize, but I will go back and check it out after the video. I'm on my phone, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see my fingers in your face. So, but I do want to tell you thank you, Sky. Really appreciate that. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Sorry, it's still pretty early in the morning. But where we're going from here is to take the money that we're making from these sales and put that towards getting us into a better place with more space, and hopefully, like 2 extra bedrooms or something where we can actually set up real production space rather than having to pull everything out and set up and turn our dining room into the shop for an afternoon before the market. So there's a lot of really great things coming up. We're constantly evolving with our product line, offering new things, and working to improve what we do have. And I also want to let you know that tomorrow, Saturday, July 8th, we are going to be at the Downtown Farmers Market in Salt Lake City. So for those of you who, have supported us online, but you'd like to see us in person, if you can get down to Pioneer Park in Salt Lake City, 400 South, 400 West, from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m., we're going to be out there, and we have a lot of really great products. And our booth is actually always evolving too, so it's actually, in its own, it's a work of art. I really do like that as well. If you're watching this, I'm just going to ask you please to hit that share button, invite your friends to watch this, and tag anybody who may be interested in a comment. We are doing this for several reasons. Number one is to support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Our little boy Orion has cystic fibrosis. We have many friends who have CF themselves or know people with cystic fibrosis. And in fact, if you happen to know somebody with CF and you tag them in a comment, that'd be greatly appreciated. Because one of the greatest things for me is to actually see that they know somebody is working to help. I've found some great inspiration from so many awesome warriors of people that are, they're like, there was a guy that came up to our booth the other day. He was 41 years old, and he has cystic fibrosis. And I like how he said it. He said, I have CF. It's not that CF has him. And the reason he is alive is because somebody, probably himself as well, committed to his wellness, to his health and wellness. I was talking to one of my bosses yesterday, and we were talking about how cystic fibrosis is, having CF is like taking care of a car. There's a lot of routine maintenance and a lot of grimy stuff. You got to get in there into the gears and guts, and you got to work with things, and it's not always fun and clean. But once you've done your maintenance and you wash your hands, you have a clean running vehicle. It's the same thing with the body with cystic fibrosis. There's a lot of maintenance. Our little boy, he's on a vest every morning and every night for 30 minutes, where it looks like a life jacket, and it has 2 hoses that hook up to it, and they go. And what it does is it shakes his body up, and it actually does these compressions on his body with air. And that helps to break loose the mucus inside of his body, so he can cough it up. And he does a medicine called Pulmozyme, which actually goes down in there and chemically, so to speak, it loosens that mucus. So like it gets in there and it cracks it, breaks it loose. And so when he does the vest, it shakes him, and it helps him to where he can actually spit that junk out. The lungs with cystic fibrosis produce a thick, sticky mucus. So when there's anything in the air, bacteria, germs, smoke, any of that kind of stuff, you can breathe it in, and it'll get down in there, and it's like I said, it's kind of like honey. I mentioned that yesterday, and it actually sits in there, and it'll grow like mold. For some of the cystic fibrosis, that is a very scary situation to be in, because once mucus gets the nasty bacteria in it, and it continues to grow, it can produce lung damage and eventually death if it's not maintained or taken care of properly. And in many cases, there are many people who have had lung transplants. So, that is one of the reasons we're supporting this cause. It's one of the things we do. Second of all, though, is our family. I have 2 jobs. Okay, I work at a coffee shop, and I work at a restaurant. So I do coffee. I make lattes, smoothies, and all that kind of stuff. And then I also go and I wash dishes. And aside from running my family's beard care company and helping with Kim and her mother's soap company, I do that. And it's that 10x commitment to my family to create something for us. So, I do this for my family as well. And third is, we want to move out of here, obviously. So that's the third reason we're doing this. Is we've been here since September 2014, and we're ready for something else. We're ready to get out of here and get into a small house or a big apartment to where we have production space and there's better maintenance. I'd actually rather do all the maintenance myself, but there's only so much you're allowed to do in an apartment. I have all the tools in this closet even, where I could demo these windows and put in new ones myself. But I'm looking at a lawsuit if I do. So, we're not going to go that route. But anyhow, to all of you who are watching this, thank you very much. Please share this video. I have a goal of 1,500 shares. I had a goal for 1,500 yesterday, and we hit 57, which is pretty impressive. So there's a lot of really good people out there. For those of you just checking in or who will watch this later on today, we're working to support 3 elements here. Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, in support of our little guy Orion and the 70,000 other families who are affected by this condition. Also, we are working to provide for our family. That's the food, shelter, clothing, all the stuff that you absolutely need. And then third of all is we're working to move our family into a better place. So kind of 2 things there. But we're doing this because I refuse to beg. We have a lot of really great products to offer. Soaps, bath bombs, beard oils, beard balms, drinking horns, shaving cream, shaving supplies. The list goes on and on and on. If you're in Salt Lake, you can actually come out and check us out at the Downtown Farmers Market tomorrow. 400 South, 400 West. It's called Pioneer Park in Salt Lake City. The company's called Rune Oil Beard Company. You will get to see this beautiful face there tomorrow with the lovely and talented Kim Forbush. She'll be there as well. And just amazing things going all around. So I just want to tell all of you thank you. I hope you guys have a very, very beautiful day, and it's something completely out of left field, just mind-blowing positive happens for you. You guys are great. Please share this video, tag anybody you know who'd be interested in a comment, and invite the world to watch this, because what we're doing is working towards supporting a small business, and eventually we want to, with our company, get into investing in other people's small businesses and help people make their dreams a reality and provide for their family by doing the things they love most. So thank you so much for your time. You guys please share this video. Love life, live well, stay relentless. Peace.